I see, guys, many of you didn't exactly understand how did I came to UK and how the things organized here, based on which money I'm living, and or that UK is that Ukrainians taking money of taxpayers in UK. So I just want to clarify a bit about this program based on which we came, so you can have better understanding what I'm doing and what's my perspective somehow. So UK, they launched a program called Homes for Ukraine. They encourage British citizens who has their spare room in their apartment or in their house, give this room for Ukrainians for living. And at the same time, British government, they will pay to UK guys, to the owners, £350. It's kind of like compensation, you can say, for the utility bills, which Ukrainians will be using, because it's, if you will think, this is not a big amount at all, not even for every family it can compensate. And the point that regardless if you're hosting one person or you are hosting a family of 4, you are still getting 350. So for somebody it will cover the bills, and for somebody it would be not enough even, I guess. And also condition for these citizens was that you need to be able to provide accommodation for at least 6 months. Everybody somehow know that it is just for 6 months and you will not really stay longer, but maybe you can later negotiate. But in general, the idea that you are coming, you are getting somehow settled, you are learning language, you are searching for work, you are searching for accommodation later, and you will have enough time to find it all, I guess. 6 months, this is very good term. So how basically we are living here? We got invited by some British family, and they have big house which has 3 floors, and it's kind of Victorian style house. I will show you in picture. It's not our house, but this is the same like our house is there. And they have for themselves 2 floors, and we have the last 3rd floor. So we are having the 3rd floor. That's our floor. And our host even made us these things to close for my little daughter, so she will not run away. And they tied it here. This is one room for my daughter. Also, we have fridge, small one, microwave, our bathroom. My daughter is playing. Yeah, and we have another room for us. It's here, so they give us TV. I have my own desk over there, and the bed for our daughter, and we bring with us. That's our bed, and the cabinet, and the dresser. Also, we have the dedicated kitchen where we can cook some if we really need something to cook. So we are using the general kitchen. Our hosts, they already a bit older guys, okay, not old, but it's not young couple, let's say like that. Their kids already 20-something years old, so they're living apart from them, and we're actually living in the rooms of their kids. So what we have basically, we have 2 rooms, one for me and my husband and our smaller daughter, one for our older daughter and elder daughter, and dedicated bathroom. And I guess this was actually the requirement, that you need to have separate room and you need to have easy access to the bathroom. And my parents, we find them another sponsor, and they also stay relatively not far from us, so it's about 20 minutes walk, so that's very convenient. And they have a bit smaller house, but also their host is a bit younger guys, but also their kids is about 20 years old something. They're already at universities, so they also having a room on the 1st floor and a dedicated bathroom just for them. I guess I also, among my subscribers, have people who is hosting Ukrainians, because here I didn't travel a lot, but just on the areas around my home where I'm just walking, so it's in walking distance somehow. There is so many Ukrainian flags from the windows you can see. Also, every Saturday our city council is organizing Ukrainian gatherings, and they bring in every time they bring some kind of like governmental employees or from some organizations, or they can do some master classes or something. So there is always a lot of events happening actually, besides just meeting with Ukrainians. And people can meet, talk with each other, and I guess there is always sounds like 100 or 150 people always. So you have enough talk, there is a kids playroom and so on. So such meetings is very great for people who come and need some support or help or don't know how to do the things. You can always get it here. Another point I would like to cover is work. A lot of guys were saying that I know somebody, he search for some job, he finds some job in pizzeria, somebody find job in the restaurant, somebody find job in the hotel. I need to tell you that, you know, for me, I just feel the things in a bit different way. So I see that I guess there is no problem at all to find just a job. So if you just need to make any money, there are, I guess, almost every shop that I'm going here, they always have signed that we are hiring, and I guess they don't have such big requirements for some basics jobs, so you can actually get job easily, and that's not the problem. Especially I know the language, because many jobs require language, and I know the language. But my point is different, that I'm able to maintain my living here, I mean my food at least, and the things. So while I'm not paying now for accommodation, I don't require very high budget. And for me personally, you know, I feel somehow so much inspiration starting the life, almost you can say the new chapter of your life, because you are, you know, all the things which you used to have or something was distracting you from other ideas, now everything drop. You can have, you can say in your mind, some kind of empty page, and you can write on this page whatever you want, and it's up to you if you want to write on this page that you want to be I feel I sound some kind of like motivation speaker or something, but really guys, this is what I'm thinking, that you can start anything you want. So if you can start anything you want, why you need to start from the being a waitress in the restaurant, or why to start being for example the shop assistant in Zara or something like that, or H&M or whatever. Or I can actually start my own company and my own business, you know, and or start some projects. I have a lot of ideas. I'm somehow educated person. And by the way, if somebody will think, oh, now she wants to do money on her subscribers or YouTube channel, because there are some people like that. No, guys, this is totally, actually, I have few business ideas and none of them related at all, not to YouTube, not to my subscribers. One idea that I have, you can say partially related, just because of my activity I noticed some business opportunity or gap in some of the fields that I see that it could be really nice, satisfied. But still it doesn't mean that I'm targeting anything and something like that. I guess some people overestimating the YouTube channel. If you are YouTube blogger, like travel blogger or something, that you have the full team behind you, not even travel, but there are the full projects in YouTube which has the big team behind. So it's actually, you can say, some kind of the company already running in YouTube. Then yeah, for these guys that's the point, but not for me. Also, I want to tell you that I used to have employees in Ukraine, and I keep paying them salary, and I must keep paying them salary. Not I must, as I cannot not pay, but my point that, you know, Ukraine is in war, and while I get out and I can engage them in other projects and keep paying them salary, I consider this is my personal responsibility. Then say, you know, thank you, we don't have any job, go bye-bye, find anything else. And I know that in Ukraine they will not find now anything else. So that's why it's another reason for me to try my best to start my projects, to focus more on the things which I want to do, and which in some time can bring me much more benefits than I will just go and do some simple job just to make money. And again, I'm telling you this, that this is because I see that I still somehow in the minimal level I can maintain my living. If I will see that I'm not able to buy food, for example, or clothes for my kids, I can exactly go, I'm very fine to do any kind of job. I'm very, I don't know, I feel as more down you go, as better it will give you the opportunity to jump if your mind is ready for that. So I'm ready for everything, but hope things will be for the best. Also would like to tell you a couple of words regarding when people tell me, come to this country, come to that, travel here, travel there, and so on. So first of all, you can imagine that traveling with 2 kids, 2 adult parents, anywhere, this is a huge stress. This is a huge stress, what to say, and especially that, one thing, if you're traveling for a specific purpose, so you know that there is a work waiting for you, or relatives waiting for you, or anything waiting for you, and another thing when you know that nothing is waiting for you. So once you know that there is nothing waiting for you, you are not in the mood to go and keep moving around, unless, I don't know, not in such situation. Maybe if you're talking totally about single person who has totally nothing touching him anywhere, even not a couple, you are just single, you are just moving everywhere around the world and choosing what's best for you. But this doesn't work for family with 2 kids and 2 elders. Anyway, like some guys said, you should come to Sweden, to Finland, to Ireland, to anywhere, whatever, Australia, New Zealand, and so on. I need to tell that, I believe that for everybody have totally different starting point. Somebody know language, somebody doesn't know. Somebody has some specific specialities or work experience or whatever, somebody doesn't have. And this is the key things which usually define where you want to go, especially if you not really have a lot of choices. So for example, my daughter, she had a friend and her parents went to France just because her dad, since long time, he was having partners on his business from France, and he got a job proposal also much before war, and they didn't really know should they take it or not. And they decided to take this proposal after the war started, and they went to France, for example. And they went to a specific city because there is a work exactly for her dad. Then some people are going to relatives. So regardless of the country, they're just going to a place where they can stay with relatives, or they have their kids or their sister, brother, or whatever. So they know that there will be always somebody next to them. And later they will figure out what to do. Some people, they used to work in some countries in past, and they already familiar with the system, and they try to go to that countries just because somehow they know how the things there. Some people know the languages, so we have a lot of people who were studying foreign languages like Spanish, for example, or Chinese, or French, or anything else. Okay, for Chinese, I'm not sure that these people really went to China, but somebody who studies Spanish, for example, he is very fine to go to Spain because he already knows the local language, and he will not consider a lot of other countries where he don't know the language. So same, for example, for us. While we actually know only English and out of foreign languages, I mean, besides Ukrainian. So for us, actually, UK was a very great option. And my daughter, she speaks English since childhood in a very great level. So that was another additional point. You need to know German or French or anything else. And I don't see the point start wasting the time and investing in learning these languages if you can come to the country where you already can fit 100%. So that's my point, guys. I believe that everybody has country who fit his type the best. Couple of words to people who say Ukrainians, they're just using the chance to immigrate to Europe and they're escaping and they are very happy and thankful to Russia. I need to tell to these guys who are saying like that Ukrainians was always having no problem to move to Europe. We have totally no visa at all, so you can actually move anywhere you want. And even if there is something require visa, it's not really hard to get such visa. And moving to another country as a refugee, and when you're running from war, this is totally different things when you are moving from to that country because you got job contract, you got job opportunity, or you get anything else. So I really don't know, guys, the one who is saying like that, how they imagine the things, but you need to understand that you drop everything what you had in Ukraine, and you had in Ukraine very good life. I'm not talking about myself personally, but I met here already so many Ukrainians who really have very nice houses or apartments in Ukraine. They have very nice cars. They had great business or jobs or whatever, and they totally not in the mood to drop everything, move to here and live and be happy that they get a roof under their head. This is different type of people, and maybe there is somebody who is using the situation for their benefits, but most of people that I know, no, they would love to come back and live previous life. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. Hope it was interesting for you. Love you. Bye bye.